What up, TK? Cheers. What up, Plum Junkie? And I find my fucking lighter.
I got that one penetration shot, but just the other one on the other side needs to be just
made a little bigger.
Yeah.
We'll get it. Thank you, man.
Yep.
Appreciate you. Oh, did you hear that? Oh, it was a dirty one. Dirty, dirty. Dirty. Is TK retired? I don't know. Do you ever retire from being a homosexual? Was doosin'. Cheers, THC. What it does. Small tubes, what the hell, man? I haven't seen you in forever. How's your lungs treating you, man? Once a homosexual, always a homosexual. This is what they say. The rest of your body's giving up. Son of a bitch. What you gonna do about it, man? Ride it out. I for your mom? Hey, man, that's cool. I'm for his mom, too. His mom's pretty cool. She raised a pretty decent guy. You need to be able to breathe, man. You son of a bitch. He don't got no stamina. He sticks with anal. You know the perfect person for TK? Say bingo. If I met you, you know shit, son. Ooh, ooh, damn.
I'm sorry, I missed the question. I want to understand the water method, though. Apparently, you can pop seeds and some float and others don't. And I don't understand it. So let me help y'all out here. The reason why people put seeds in water for 24 hours, okay, is to help get rid of the fucking waxy coating that surrounds the seed. That waxy coating has to fucking dissolve first. Microbes will eat it when you plant that seed in soil and get it. Now, different plants have different thickness wax coatings on their seeds. It's for like that for a reason. If you didn't have that wax coating on the seeds, all the seeds would germinate at the same time. They'd hit the ground and all the seeds would want to germinate. So the plant makes it to where there's different thicknesses and the plants don't all germinate at the same time. There's different thickness wax coatings. You don't have to soak the seed in water. You can scuff up a seed. If a seed's got a real thick waxy layer, you can put a piece of fucking sandpaper in the bottom of a matchbox, put some seeds in there, and shake it up a few times. They got boom, done, good to go. If you want to plant seeds, I suggest putting your seeds directly into little starter pellets, seed starter pellets, seed starting cups, and be done with it. You don't want to use, put your seeds into some fresh fucking compost, all hot, full of nutrients and shit like that. The fucking sensitive roots don't like that. Them roots want to go out and look for nutrients. Them roots want to go out and look for water. You want to encourage that. Let them spread. Let them get their thing. Once it develops a root system and starts developing leaves, then, and only then, do you need to worry about feeding that plant. Do y'all understand? When it comes out of the shell, the seed pushes the seed, the leaf opens it up when it's ready. You don't have to pull it off. In my opinion, you can damage the plant. You know when you should pull it off. If it's pinched and it's locked in there and that plant's trying to grow past it and it's obviously done, yeah, then do it. But if it looks like the bud is still developing and that seed ain't fucking busted free yet, let go. Let her ride. You put the seed in a seed starting cup. You know, a little peat cup, inert, no nutrients in it. Seed starting mix is bland and basic. If your plant is too far away from the light, it's going to stretch. Put a fluorescent light or whatever light you got really, really close to and every day you might have to raise that fucking light up. The light is too far. That's what makes it stretch. And in my garden, I didn't really worry about it too much, because I just kept my lights at a fixed height. I put my plants in there when my plants were about 3 feet, 4 feet from the light. The plant would grow up into the light. In my flower room, in my bedroom, my lights, I would lower my lights and raise them as needed. But in the flower room, when I put in there, that first little stretch, the first 2 weeks, I'd get everything I could so I can get all that up. And you really only want about 2 feet. You want to go about 2 feet or so away from the light, depending on what kind of light you have. 1,000-watt light, about 2 feet away from the light. And you want to take and have it fucking goddamn the canopy. If it's 2 feet deep, 2 feet of buds under that light, and it's 3 or 4 feet wide underneath that light, then you're going to get a pound, 2 pounds per light, you know, or more, depending on your methods of training. Or it's not enough light. Exactly. Exactly. If you got a 1,000-watt light, you should be making around 1 gram per watt. So 1,000 grams of light is more than 2 fucking it's more than 2 pounds of light. That's what you should aim for. You know what I mean? If you're not that, with that being said, if you're not growing a 0.5 gram per watt, if you're not at least growing a pound per light, if you're not growing at least a pound per light, you're wasting your time. Now, a lot of times I'd get anywhere between 1 pound or 2 pounds of premium solid nug, and then anything more than that, I'd keep that would be my smoke. How big was your light? Your plant wasn't trained right. Your plant wasn't. You didn't let your plants grow enough. If your buds were light, then you probably harvested. First off, when most people see, I used to take and build grow houses, okay, and I'd put a fucking person in there to water the grow house, and it's all they really had to do was water the grow house. Everybody wants to say, Melty, we're ready to harvest. And I go look at the garden and say 2 weeks. Everybody wants to harvest 2 weeks too fucking soon. I know it feels like a long time. And I know them buds look ready. But them buds ain't even really started to make the scent and the color. At the last 2 weeks of growth, during the last 2 weeks, that plant fucking like doubles its resin production. Now, you got all that frost on the plant, but that frost don't mean shit. During the last 2 weeks, those glands, those resin glands, they get filled with the oil and get filled with the terpenes that you're going to smell and you're going to feel. Let them plants. What I would do is wait till the plants nipple out. Those buds will fucking start swirling at the end. They get real hard and making like little nipples on them. You know what I'm saying? And the tighter and the denser the bud is, you know what I'm saying, the better the light is, the fucking better the nipples look. And when the plant starts nippling, it's done. Cheers, Billy Bon Thornton. How you doing? Off of 500 watts, you grow 1,000. That's 2 grams a watt. That's 2 grams a watt. That's good. That's what experienced growers should get. This is what, if you're not getting this as an experienced grower, improve your techniques a little bit. You get room to improve. As a beginner grower, if you're not getting a 0.5 gram per watt, you need to hang it up. You need to hang it up. Your minimal needs to be. If not, you're never. It's not worth your time. You're better off going buying weed off the streets. I'm telling you, exactly. No point in growing. I just bought a quarter pound for $80. Why? I don't have to grow. Like, I miss growing. I miss breeding. But like, I don't need to grow for my herb. Number one, I don't even fucking hardly smoke that much THC anymore. You're determined. Well, if you determine, well, what you got to do is you got to take and what's his name? Everest Fernandez. I think his name is Everest on YouTube. If you watch his videos, you'll understand the dynamics of nutrients, lighting, everything. He's got a bunch of it. I think it's Everest Fernandez. It's something. How can you compete with that? You can't. There's no competing with that. All right. I hope everybody has a great day. Thanks for being here and hanging out with me. I look forward to seeing you guys and girls either on my 3 o'clock break or when I get off. Mr. Canuck is pretty good. But he's a Canadian. And you can't trust those beady-eyed Canadians. You got to understand, you don't want to learn how to grow from a Canadian. Do you live in Canada? You can't dial your room in like they do in Canada. You got a whole different ball game. They're utilizing the heat from the gardens. You know what I'm saying? To heat their not only their gardens, but the house. Thanks for being here, Ray Ray. You can totally some people get 5 pounds of light. 3 of light is what a lot of people get. But you can get more than that. Your skill. It's all about skill. You gotta understand, if you time your feedings right, you time your veg feedings right, or you feed continuous throughout the veg, you know what I'm saying, and flour, or you hit it on the money, and you see some phenomenal results. Everything else is just foolishness. You're just throwing shit at a wall and hoping it sticks. Anyway, cheers. Deuces up your cabooses.